What a game, Leafs Nation. Can you believe the Toronto Maple Leafs came back from a 3-0 deficit to crush the Montreal Canadiens 7-3? Last night we saw a dazzling display of depth with 7 different players lighting the lamp. The question on everyone's mind: is this the turning point for a team that's been searching for consistency? Stick around as we dive into the action and uncover what this means for our boys in blue and white. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up to stay in the loop with all things Maple Leafs. Last night was a thrilling ride for us Maple Leafs fans as we witnessed our team mount an incredible comeback against the Montreal Canadiens, winning 7-3 after being down 3-0 in the first period. This was a game that showcased the depth and potential of the Leafs, proving that when they get rolling, they can distribute scoring across all lines. It was a performance that truly excites me about what this team can achieve moving forward. Bobby McMann ignited the comeback with an unassisted goal, and he didn't stop there. He added an assist too. Nicholas Robertson followed up by scoring to cut the deficit to 3-2, and then William Nylander tied it up early in the third with a breakaway goal. What a moment. From there, Oliver Ekman-Larsson scored on the power play, and Austin Matthews got in on the action with a beauty of a goal. Steven Lawrence finally broke his 9-game scoring drought, and David Kampf sealed the deal with an empty netter. 7 players contributing to 7 goals. This is the kind of team effort we need to see, and let me tell you about Joseph Woll. He started shaky, allowing 3 goals in the first period, but he bounced back strong, making 32 saves on 35 shots. That resilience is what we need in a number 1 goaltender, especially with Anthony Stolarz sidelined due to a knee injury. This was Woll's 24th game of the season, and he's clearly stepping up under pressure. The upcoming game against the Tampa Bay Lightning will be a serious test, but I love that we're putting our trust in him. Now, let's talk about Oliver Ekman-Larsson. He had a standout game, finishing with a goal and 2 assists after a 5-game point drought. His power play goal was a key moment in the comeback, and it's great to see him finally break out with a multi-point performance. With 3 goals and 15 assists this season, OEL is starting to find his stride, and his contributions are vital as we head deeper into the season. Bobby McMann's performance was crucial as well. He not only scored, but also assisted on Nylander's equalizer. After a 6-game goal drought, it's nice to see him get on the score sheet again. The physicality he brings adds a different dimension to our lineup, and I can't help but wonder if this game will spark something more consistent from him. Mitch. Marner, as always, was a playmaking machine, recording 2 assists and extending his point streak to 3 games. With 22 assists in his last 18 games, he's proving to be a key player in our offensive scheme. He leads the team with 50 assists, and let's not forget that he's second in the NHL right now, only behind Nathan MacKinnon. Marner's ability to create plays is essential for our success, and it's heartening to see him consistently contributing. Looking at the bigger picture, last night's game was unusual, but it sparked a thought. What if this Maple Leafs team is different from those in recent years? There's a resilience, physicality, and a solid defensive game that has been lacking before. The experience within the roster feels more refined, and if they can maintain this momentum, we might finally see a deep playoff run. Steven Lawrence adds a physical presence, and David Kampf, while he may not have many goals, plays a crucial role defensively. These elements are what could elevate us beyond what we've experienced in recent seasons. It's thrilling to think about the potential of a balanced, dangerous lineup across all 4 lines. So, what's next for the Maple Leafs? The contributions from our depth players, like Pontus Holmberg, who also notched an assist, could be pivotal as we move forward. If we can consistently get scoring from beyond our star players, it could make a world of difference. Morgan Rielly has long been the backbone of the Toronto Maple Leafs defense. For over a decade, he's been a familiar face on the blue line, and despite the ups and downs, he's managed to hold down that anchor position. Drafted 5th overall in 2012, he's consistently been one of the team's top players. But this season, things are starting to shift, and the shocking statistics reveal that Rielly might not even be the best defenseman on the team anymore. Let's talk about Jake McCabe. This guy has stepped into the spotlight and is not just holding his own. He's outshining Reilly in several key areas. McCabe has rapidly become one of the most consistent players on the roster, and it's hard to ignore his impact. When you watch him play, it's clear he excels at the fundamental roles a defenseman must fulfill. He disrupts opponents, blocks shots, and plays smart hockey. McCabe is a nightmare for opposing forwards. He throws his body in front of pucks without a second thought, and his physicality is matched by his agility on the ice. Now, you might wonder, how does he stack up offensively? Sure, McCabe has only 1 goal this season, but he's racked up in 12 assists. He's not far behind Reilly in points, and what's more, his defensive plays often lead to offensive opportunities for the Leafs. This season alone, McCabe has accumulated 13 points, along with an impressive 74 hits and 77 blocked shots. Plus, he carries a +15 rating. Those numbers are telling us a story. When he's on the ice, Toronto controls the puck more effectively and allows fewer high-danger chances during 5-on-5 play. That's crucial for a team looking to make a deep playoff run. On the flip side, we have Reilly. While he's still a capable player, his performance this season has been underwhelming. He's collected 21 points, which is commendable and places him as the top-scoring defenseman on the team, but he's also sporting a troubling 14 rating. The penalties are piling up, and he's logging the fewest average minutes since 2014-15. There's a sense of frustration among fans, as we've come to expect more from someone with such a hefty contract. 8 years at $60 million. It's almost like the pressure is getting to him, and his offensive skills aren't compensating for the lapses in his defensive game. And let's not forget the power play. Reilly was supposed to be that go-to guy, the catalyst for our extra-man opportunities. But this season, he's been more of a liability than an asset. With McCabe now playing at such a high level, you have to wonder if the organization is starting to reconsider their reliance on Reilly. They brought McCabe in for a bargain deal, and recently signed him to a 5-year extension worth $22.57 million. It's a clear sign they believe in his abilities and potential impact moving forward. So what does this mean for the team? Well, it raises a lot of questions. Can Reilly turn things around, or are we witnessing the beginning of a shift in the hierarchy of defensemen on the Leafs? Do you think this was the best decision to extend McCabe while Reilly struggles? Honestly, I'm torn. Reilly has been such an integral part of the team for years, but if McCabe continues to elevate his game, the Leafs might find themselves in a position where they have to make some tough choices. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you optimistic about McCabe's contributions, or do you think Reilly can reclaim his spot as the team's top defenseman? The future is uncertain, but one thing's for sure. The Maple Leafs are at a crossroads, and how they navigate this situation could define their path forward. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated on all things Maple Leafs, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. We're in this together, so let's keep the conversation going.